Howdy folks, I am here today with my awesome new t-shirt that my buddy Paul had sent me for my birthday a couple weeks ago. So rad, right? Anyway, had to give a shout out and a thank you. I'm here today with a review. It's going to be a different review because this instrument came to me from a really lovely woman who, this is her brand. It's Ukutune. That's the logo. It's a new ukulele company. They have a handful of really cool looking instruments on their site. This one actually is a tenor. It goes for, well, I'm thinking about it, I just looked up the specs and it's on sale, free shipping, less than $100 right now, which is pretty cool, right? So first I'll just go into the specs on this. I think it's really neat looking. Ooh, I love the back. So pretty, right? So it is a tenor scale ukulele. My favorite. It said the head was ash, so I'm guessing that means just the headstock and the neck is ash. And then also the body, which would be an ash laminate at that price point, I am quite sure. It feels really well made. The fretboard is engineered wood, which I'm not exactly sure. It's weird because it's wood. I mean, I would think engineered wood would mean like a composite, but it's not. It's wood. It looks like walnut or something to me. And the bridge also. And see how the bridge is. We will get into the bridge soon. Has, closed back geared tuners. I haven't even taken off the little things yet. Solid, very functional tuning machines. Comes with Aquila strings. Not my favorite, but they're fine. They are what they are. Oxbone saddle, but it doesn't say anything about the nut. I'm assuming it's oxbone as well. Typically, same material is used for both. So it was given to me just with the request that I give recommendations on the instrument, suggestions, my opinion, all that kind of stuff. My opinion is it's a pretty cool ukulele, good value, if it had come with the action set appropriately. There were no sharp frets, which is great. That's one of my bugaboos. It's probably my biggest one. But the action, so I have my little tool here, which is really great. I think they're like $7, free shipping, Amazon, So it's a string action ruler, and it tells you, well, it doesn't tell you on the back what a ukulele should be, but a ukulele at the 12th fret should be, from what I've read and gathered and all that kind of stuff. I am an amateur luthier, so I'm kind of figuring out all this stuff. So 2.5 millimeters to 3 is appropriate for a ukulele, and this one the action was at I want to say it was like 3.5 millimeters, so I could visibly see it was really high. I said that on my unboxing video, and it was really high, but then once I kind of got into it, pause. So here's how you use this little thing. This is really cool just to see, right? So, sorry, I have my fan on because it's hot. It's like 128 degrees outside. So you set it on the 12th fret. So here's the 12th, right there. It does have the fret markers on the other side. I'm just kind of trying to do it so you can see where it hits, right? So it was at it was close to 3.5. So that's that top mark right there, right? It's 3.5 millimeters. And it should be 2.5 to 3. The problem was the bridge was so thick, I couldn't shave the saddle down to lower the action to get it appropriate. And this is probably just, a one-off that I happened to, the warehouse pulled this one and shipped it off to me. And I'm really thankful. I mean, this is a nice instrument, but I also am thankful I got to experiment, you know, a little outside the box. So what I ended up having to do was the saddle, the bridge, I was gonna take it off and then it wouldn't come off because I was gonna shave it down and then lower it that way, but it wouldn't come off, so that's cool, and that probably a blessing in disguise because this worked out great. And it was really thick also. So I took down that, I guess it was close to 1 millimeter-ish. I kind of split it up, I think. So I took off, basically, I'm not gonna bore y'all with measurements, but I hand sanded, you know, masked everything off, hand sanded down this bridge, and the slot was the same. So there's this slot that the saddle sits in. I hand sanded down the bridge so the saddle could stick up more, and then you should see how like tiny the saddle is, because it was just right there. It looked like this, but the action was super high. So basically I had to sand down the bridge, and then I had to sand the saddle down a little more. It's a compensated saddle, which is great. And these little like inlay guys they're not screws, they're actual just wood inlays, which is nice. I had to sand down the whole thing, and then I ended up refinishing it with boiled linseed oil, which is amazing for so many things. Let me tell you, boiled linseed oil is the way to go for wood care. If you want wood to look amazing, put some of that on there. But yeah, so I had to do that, and you know, it is what it is, and I don't want to badmouth the company because I'm not, and it's great, you know, great ukulele. It's solid. It's very nice. I found no other fault with it, like craftsmanship, and I'm picky, so I think it might have just been a one-off kind of thing. Excuse me. But yeah, so it comes with this here little gig bag and just an extra set of Ukulele strings, which I don't care for, but cool. Extra strings are always good. I'm kind of weird with, I always have to have a spare set of strings for every instrument that I have. But yeah, so this is it, and it's nice. I love the back. I dig the green. I might be on my own with it, but I like the staining pattern and just how it shows through, especially on the back. I think it's pretty nifty looking. I think it's still in tune. Ukulele likes to detune a bit, like right after you tune it. So anyway, thought I would give you all a sound sample before I close this video. And I did check the intonation, and it's great. I mean, it's intonated perfectly, so the bridge was placed well. Anywho, but yeah, this is this little Ukutune, UKA1. That is the model number. So yeah, I'm just hopeful whoever else gets these, the action's not so high, because it's a nice instrument. But I just got to get creative with it, and looks kind of pretty, right? I had to make the bridge, it got a little makeover, right? All right, y'all, I hope you enjoyed this video. Click like and subscribe and all of those things that my wife gets on my case about closing my videos with. So, thank y'all for watching, and I hope you all are staying safe, keeping your distance and your face covered. Take care.